Always great talking to my next guest, the Moroccan Devil. He's back in action this Saturday. He's going to be taking on Seung Woo Choi at UFC Fight Night, UFC Vegas 18. This Saturday, Youssef Zalal. Youssef, how's it going, man?
How are you?
I'm doing well, man. It's good to catch up with you. When did you find out about this fight? Because I know you're stepping in on short notice.
Thursday, I basically got the call, but they were like, "Hey, it's you and somebody else, so we just gotta wait if you gotta get picked up or not." So I just waited, and they picked me.
Yeah, and I think people might have forgot that you guys were supposed to fight in October. Does that make it a little bit easier to take this fight just knowing, like you were familiar with them basically before taking this fight?
A lot, for sure, because I was getting ready 8 weeks for him, and then 8 days before they pull out, and then I have to fight completely different fight, whatever it is, what it is. But like you said, though, it was a lot easier to kind of just go from there. And I really just like short notices. I just like to just jump on them and just go.
Okay. And is this still a featherweight fight? I know sometimes with short notice they'll do catchweight.
Weight still, yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, that's good. What did you learn the most from that last fight? You mentioned it there. Switch up an opponent. You fought a really tough guy in Taporia as well. What did you learn the most from that fight?
The biggest thing I learned from that fight is just the confidence. I feel like sometimes most of the time, not sometimes, I go hard on myself. I don't know why, but I go on be like, oh yeah, yeah, whatever, but I don't go in with that mentality that I am that good. I am that confident, like these guys are like, you need some level to beat me. You can't just be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna walk through. No, you're not, so that's what I learned from the Taporia fight. And it's like, I did that on basically short notice as well, to complete from a striker to a grappler. So it's kind of, it just gave me more confidence than anything.
Yeah, no, I bet. So Choi, 8-3 record. What do you know about him? How do you feel like you match up against him here?
He's a kickboxer, I mean, I don't know if you guys, you can tell from somebody's style, he's a straight kickboxer, and I feel like what brings the fun out of this fight. It's a Moroccan and a Korean for kickboxing, so it's about to go down.
I know you're missing one of your training partners, Brandon Royval. I know still recovering from that shoulder injury, but you have a lot of teammates with fights coming up. You got Devontae Smith on this card. You've got Alex Hernandez fighting soon. How has camp been leading into this fight?
I was helping Colin, my teammate, get ready for this guy.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because you guys are teammates. Forgot about that. Yeah.
So I was helping him get ready, and then I was gonna go to this card anyway because I was cornering Devontae. So I got my home kit test and all this stuff. So everything kind of worked out perfectly because I didn't have to do none of that because I did that already. They have all my stuff already. All I had to do obviously is the blood work, physical, and all that stuff. But that's part of the job. But yeah, it was Devontae, me training with Devontae, Alex, all these guys, and then definitely helping Colin now. And then out of nowhere, they were like, "Oh yeah, you're replacing Colin."
Yeah. Yeah, it worked out. That's a kind of a good scenario there. How is the weight ahead of the fight? I'm sure, like you said, you've been working in there, you've been training. I imagine the weight's been pretty low anyways, just because you've been in camp.
Yeah, like I said before, at Factory X, we try to stay ready for everything. Especially if your weight is up, you're gonna get some talk from coach, and that's gonna be fun for you. So, but yeah, it just goes from there, and literally, I'm 10, 11 pounds out.
Okay. Good stuff. Are you and is this the first time you and Devontae been on the same card? I was trying to remember.
Never, yeah.
So how's that going to be? Because normally you corner him, he corners you. Will he be in your corner for this fight, or do you have someone else just to try and space things out a bit?
Yeah, both of us kind of spaced out. Mark and our professor Busy's going to be there for both of us, and then I have our breakdown coach, the guy who breaks down the fights and all that. He's gonna corner me, and then Devontae has his best friend Marcus with him in his corner.
By the way, how cool are those sweaters that Devontae made? I have one too. I saw you rocking one, the samurai sweater that he has.
Pretty dope. I told him I was like, when you come up with some stuff, you gotta let me know. And then out of nowhere, I got a mail, and then I saw it, and I was like, oh, this is dope. And yeah, you gotta support my boy.
Yeah, no, you did a great job with those. Really looking forward to it. How's this fight playing out on Saturday? Obviously, you feel like you're going to win, but how do you envision the fight playing out?
I told this a lot. It's for me, it's biggest thing right now is confidence, and then for me to go out there and I don't think this guy ever seen a pace. You know, he's seen a grappling pace, but he hasn't seen an actual striking pace. I don't think he just. It's like that. That's kickboxing. You know, I hit you, you hit me. So it's not okay. I hit you, but I'm still going. You know, type of deal. And then if you do anything, there's the grappling aspect to it and all that stuff. But that's what I feel like the biggest difference between me and him.
Where does a win put you in the grand scheme of things? Like, obviously, you know, you get the win here. You got a good record already, just the one UFC loss. Do you feel like that's getting you closer to the rankings?
Definitely, yeah, 100%. But I feel like it's more of a like, it's like, it's unbelievable to believe that it's like, this is my 5th fight in the UFC. You know, this is crazy. Like, this is like vet status. You know, it's like these guys are 10 fights in the UFC, and I'm already in a year, year and a half. Not even a year and a couple of days, because I fought my debut was in January.
Yeah.
So now it's like February, like literally a year and a couple of days. I'm having my 5th UFC fight, and that's where kind of just starts picking up, you know. And that's when we got to start going to that bigger names, you know.
What's downtime looking like right now? You know, outside of camp, I know this is short notice, but what have you been doing? You've been watching any TV or going hiking, or what would I find you doing when you're not in camp or not in the gym, I should say?
You know me, man. Call of Duty. That's all I do. Xbox. You know me. That's all I do.
Who would you say is a comparable gaming player at Factory X? Do you play with any of your teammates?
Definitely play with a bunch of Colin plays as well. We had Cody plays as well. We have Brian Mitchell and a couple guys, like early pro guys, like Brian Mitchell, Markel, and all those guys. That's the guys we play with every day.
Good stuff, man. Well, we're looking forward to this. It's UFC Vegas 18 this Saturday. Youssef, thanks so much for doing this, especially on Fight Week. When are you actually taking off, by the way? Are you heading out here, I imagine, tomorrow?
Tomorrow, yeah. Tomorrow I leave. I think my flight leaves around like 1 something, and then I get there, and that's when I think we're at quarantine again. So that's when we get tested in quarantine.
Cool. All right, man. Well, anything you got to plug, any social media, any sponsors, I'll give you the last word.
Man, I appreciate you. Yeah, man, you guys can find me at the Moroccan Devil on Instagram. My name on Facebook, Youssef Zalal, and then Twitter, the Moroccan Devil _45. I still gotta be using a lot more Twitter. I don't know why I don't use it a lot, but I feel like I should. But you know, fighters, you know.
There you go.
But yeah, man, thank to all the supporters and the fans out there, man. It means a lot to me.